11 easy steps to help you start a successful startup. Starting a business has never been easy. It requires hard work, dedication, and a lot of time and effort. But if you're willing to work, the rewards can be huge. In this video, we'll look at some of the key steps you need to take to start your own business. From coming up with an idea to securing funding and launching your product or service, we cover everything you need to know to start a business. 1. Develop entrepreneurial skills for the startup founder. There are 5 key skills that highly effective startup founders should have. Perseverance. Business success is the sum of small wins over a long period of time. Openness. In order to persevere and persist, you must be open to change. Risk-taking. Entrepreneurs must be willing to take risks and make decisions with limited information. Communication. Communication is key to building relationships with customers, investors, and employees. Focus. Entrepreneurs must be able to focus on what's important and avoid distractions. Other skills that are important for startup founders include leadership, networking, product design and development, mental resilience, and more. 2. Come up with an innovative business idea. The first step to a successful startup is to develop an innovative business idea. You should research the market and identify a gap or problem that your product or service can solve. Your business idea must be unique and have the potential to disrupt the market. Coming up with a startup idea can be challenging, but there are ways to get started. Here are some tips that can help you. Identify problems or needs in your country. Often, startup ideas are developed from solving a problem. Focus on what you're passionate about. Starting a business is hard work, so it's important to choose something you're passionate about. Think creatively. Don't be afraid to think outside the box when you come up with a startup idea. Conduct brainstorming sessions. Meet friends or colleagues and brainstorm ideas together. Identify your competitors. Look at what your competitors are doing and see if there's a chance you could do something better. The key is to focus on a problem rather than on an idea you have. The benefit of this approach is that your market and solution will inevitably change. One thing that will last forever is the problem you're solving. Focus on the problem, as that will allow you to iterate and cycle as needed. Focus on the problem. Ideas for solutions will come and go. The problem will remain the same. 3. Conduct market research to determine the potential demand for your product or service. Once you have a business idea, you should conduct market research to identify potential demand for your product or service. You should analyze your target audience, competitors, and industry trends to identify opportunities and threats. Market research helps you understand your target customers, their needs, preferences, and behaviors, as well as your industry and competitors. Many small business experts recommend gathering demographic information and conducting competitive analysis to better understand the opportunities and challenges in your market. Do your research. Make sure you do your research before starting a business. This includes market research, competitor analysis, and more. Collaborate and ask for feedback. Don't be afraid to collaborate with others and ask for feedback on your ideas. Evaluate your startup ideas. Once you have come up with some ideas, evaluate them based on factors like feasibility, profitability, etc. Competitive analysis helps you learn from businesses competing for your potential customers. This is the key to identifying a competitive advantage that generates sustainable revenue. Your competitive analysis should define your competition by product or service and market segment. Conduct a SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Conducting a SWOT analysis allows you to have a realistic view of how your product or idea might perform if brought to market, and it can also help you make decisions about the direction of the idea. Your business idea may have some weaknesses that you haven't considered, or there may be some opportunities to improve on a competitor's product. 4. Create a business plan that outlines your goals, strategies, and financial projections. A business plan is a map that outlines your business goals, strategies, and financial projections. It helps you stay focused and organized. You'll use it to convince people to work with you or invest in your company. Once you have an idea, you'll want to start building a business plan detailing your products and services. It should include information about your industry, operations, finances, and market analysis. Writing a business plan is also important to get financing for your startup. This document helps potential investors, financial institutions, and company management to understand and absorb easily. Even if you intend to fund yourself, a business plan can help you refine your idea and uncover potential problems. A business plan is an essential tool for any entrepreneur. Remember that your business plan is a living document that should be updated regularly. As your business grows and changes, your plan will grow with it. We will show you how to craft a traditional business plan and lean startup plan in other videos. Traditional business plans are more common, use a standard structure, and encourage you to go into detail in each section. They tend to require more work and can be dozens of pages long. Lean startup business plans are less common but still use a standard structure. Visualize key aspects of your venture, including customers, value proposition, infrastructure, revenue model, and cost model. They can take as little as an hour to create and are usually only one page. Don't forget to prepare for the exit strategy. An exit strategy is important for any business looking for funding because it outlines how you will sell the company or transfer ownership should you decide to retire or move on to other projects. An exit strategy also allows you to get the most value out of your business when it's time to sell. There are a few different options for leaving the business, and the best option for you depends on your goals and circumstances. Five, secure funding for your startup through investors, loans, or crowdfunding. Your business plan will help you calculate how much money you need to start a business. If you don't have that money on hand, you'll need to raise or borrow funds. Many startups fail because they run out of money before turning a profit. Overestimating the amount of startup capital you need is never a bad idea, as it can take time before the business starts to bring in sustainable revenue. When creating a business plan, you should determine what types of business financing options your company will need and when. You need to be fully aware of your startup costs, financing, and financial projections before looking for outside funding. You can get funding through investors, loans, or crowdfunding. Remember that your business will need different sources of funding during different stages of development. For example, in the seed stage, bootstrapping or loans from friends and family may be the best funding option. However, as your startup becomes more solid and reaches the growth stage, a venture capitalist or angel investor is more likely to want to invest. If you don't receive the right amount of funding or are unable to raise funds for your business, you run the risk of not being able to pay your operating expenses. This may cause you to close your business. You need to secure funding for your startup as soon as possible to take off. Keep in mind that managing expenses is crucial to the success of your startup. You should reduce expenses whenever possible and manage expenses to streamline your financial operations. 6. Build your team and surround yourself with a group of mastermind people. A startup needs a talented team to turn your ideas into reality. You should hire employees or freelancers with the skills and expertise to help you build your business. There can be a lot of risks when starting a business. That's why you'll also need the necessary business advisors and mentors to help guide you along the way. Building the right startup team is especially important in the early stages of small businesses. This means you'll want to choose carefully co-founders, contractors, initial employees, including remote workers. You will need a team of talented and dedicated people to help you build your startup. A strong startup team is critical to your startup's success. Building a team that is passionate about what your company does is skilled at the job, and is trustworthy is vital to your startup's success. The members of a startup team, though small in number, come from very different backgrounds and have expertise in different areas to solve different problems for your business. People who work in startups need to learn a lot quicker, and a good team ensures everyone grows together. Startups are risky ventures and need a strong team to deal with the pressures that come with it. A strong team can help you achieve better results than if you worked alone. 7. Choose a location for your business, whether it be a physical office or a remote workspace. You should choose a location for your startup, whether it's a physical office or a remote workspace. Consider factors such as cost, accessibility, and distance from customers and suppliers. Where you position your business depends in part on the location of your target market, business partners, and personal preferences. Some startups choose to rent an office in the first place so they can invest money in other aspects of the company. Leasing can also be a cheaper way to get your startup to a prime location. Keep in mind that rents can spike, which could force you to spend more or move. You will need to establish a physical location for your business, as well as an online presence through a website and social media. Every legitimate business needs a website. And sooner or later, your startup will need its own website too. In today's digital age, a strong online presence is essential to the success of your startup. You should create a website and social media accounts to promote your brand and reach your target audience. This is because customers are increasingly shopping online and using Google to find out more information about your products. On top of that, the site offers advantages such as keeping your store open 24 hours a day, on weekends and on holidays, which increases sales. Helping you reach customers around the world. Allowing customers to read reviews about your products, which can raise your brand's credibility. You can boost your online presence even further by starting a blog. This can help you establish yourself as an expert in your field. You can also use search engine optimization, SEO, to increase your brand's visibility on Google searches. In addition to building a website, you may also need a social media presence to establish your brand identity and grow your startup. Social media provides a way to reach, connect, and interact with customers and prospects. If you don't have much experience in digital marketing and developing an e-commerce website to attract your target customers, you can talk to Tech. They will help build a great e-commerce platform and user-friendly websites. 8. Register your business and obtain any necessary licenses and permits. Starting a business involves many legal steps, such as registering your business, obtaining licenses and permits, and complying with tax laws. From designing products to setting up a workplace, starting your dream startup can be exciting. But before you officially enter the market, you'll want to take the right legal steps to give you the best chance of success, including applying for a business license, registering your business name, familiarizing yourself with industry regulations, building contracts for clients and others you plan to work with. To operate legally, and one of the first things you need to do to set up your startup as a real business is to choose your business structure. You should choose a business structure, such as a sole proprietorship, partnership, LLC, or corporation. The legal structure you choose for your business will affect your business registration requirements, the amount you have to pay taxes, and your personal liability. 9. Launch your product or service and continuously seek feedback from customers. Once you've developed your product or service, it's time to launch it. You should plan your launch strategy, including marketing and sales activities, to create interest and attract customers, and you can require direct feedback from customers to improve and grow products and run your business faster. You will need to define your target audience and develop strategies to attract and retain customers. For your startup to have long-term success, you'll want to seek feedback from your customers and build a customer base. These loyal customers can help you, boosting your sales, because they're willing to keep spending at your company. Sending a message to new customers that your brand is trustworthy. Gaining referrals, which saves you time and effort with finding new customers. Some ways you can attract and retain customers include regularly offering a great product or service, launching loyalty programs to keep them coming in, using affiliate marketing on social media, which involves paying influencers to promote products to your target audience, focusing on great customer service, using market research to understand your customers' expectations better. 10. Develop a marketing plan. Marketing is reportedly one of the most challenging aspects of running your own business, but it's also an area where you'll be spending a lot of your time and budget. To start getting more customers and increase revenue for your startup, your team can build a marketing plan that will help guide you along the way. The marketing plan will help you reach your target audience and promote your startup effectively. Every startup needs to spend different amounts of money and time on marketing. It's an important expense because it helps you establish a brand identity. A strong brand is crucial for building trust with customers and the wider audience. Stand out from competition. Create customer relationships and build loyalty. Increase visibility, which attracts new customers. Strengthen your company's reputation. Choosing the right marketing channels for your startup can be challenging, but once you determine which channels provide the best return on investment for you, you'll be able to leverage them further and scale its marketing efforts. Some startup marketing activities you should consider include using social media to engage customers and promote coupons or deals, giving rewards out for referrals, which brings in more business, offering free samples or demos in your store, sponsoring events to get your name out there in local communities. 11. Prepare to change and scale your startup. You should prepare thoroughly before starting a business, but realize that things will almost certainly go awry. To run a successful business, you must adapt to changing situations. Then you'll need to focus on executing your plan, keeping up with industry trends, and growing your business. This will require dedication, perseverance, and a willingness to seize opportunities for growth. Startups change drastically in their first few years of operation. The key to success is to develop and tailor your business model to your market and industry. Preparing to change and scale your startup is crucial today. Scaling a startup requires strategic planning, strong financial backing, a talented team, efficient processes, and up-to-date technical support. You need to grow your customer base and revenue. This can be done by expanding your marketing efforts, improving your products or services, collaborating with other creators, or adding new products or services that complement what you already have provided. Some strategies to make sure you're prepared to adapt and scale your startup are: listening to feedback from customers, suppliers, and others that you work with. Staying updated on trends in your industry. Study successful competitors. Know your competitors that have successfully grown and learn from their strategies and tactics. Outsource non-essentials. Outsource non-essential tasks to focus on core competencies and optimize performance. Excuse yourself from tasks that can be done by others. Identify obstacles to growth. Identify potential obstacles to growth and prepare contingencies to overcome them. Prioritize quality and consistency. Ensure that quality and consistency are maintained throughout the scaling process. Remember, it's the businesses that are willing to grow according to consumer expectations that can establish themselves for years to come. By following these steps, startups can effectively prepare for change and scale, and achieve lasting success. Remember that scaling is not easy, and it requires careful planning, execution, and management. With the right strategy and approach, startups can overcome challenges and achieve sustainable growth. When scaling a business, it is important to keep an eye on your financial situation and make sure that you remain profitable. If you're not making enough money to cover your expenses, you need to reduce costs or find a way to increase revenue. In short, starting a business requires careful planning and execution, which takes time, effort, and perseverance. But if you're willing to work, it can be a great way to achieve your dreams and goals. Be sure to do your research, create a solid business plan, and pivot along the way. Once you're up and running, don't forget to stay focused and organized so you can continue to grow your business. By following these 11 basic steps, you can turn your idea into a successful business. Remember to stay focused, adaptable, and persistent, constantly learning and growing.